Welcome back to Istora Senayan for finals day at the Indonesia Masters. Well, our next final of the day is women's singles, and it's a battle of the former world champions. Carolina Marin, the reigning Olympic champion, back in the final of this tournament exactly 1 year after suffering a career-threatening injury in the final a year ago. She's up against the first ever winner of the Indonesia Masters, Ratchanok INTANON of Thailand. Well, when we look at the women's singles draw, I can tell you that we started with 4 former champions and 3 former beaten finalists. We had 2 former champions lose in the first round, the defending champion Saina Nehwal and also the 2016 winner Busanan Ongbangarangpan. So by quarter-final stage, we had just 2 former champions, Herbing Jiao and Ratchanok INTANON. But it was the most diverse of all 5 disciplines at the quarter-final stage. 7 different nationalities involved, 4 seeds, 2 in each half. At a semi-final stage, 2 seeds, 1 in each half, with 2 Chinese players present at semi-final stage. Incidentally, as you can see, all 4 quarter-finals, 2 games, which is the same as last week in Malaysia. So 3 players in semi-final who had been in the final of the Indonesian Masters previously, because last year's beaten finalist, the Olympic champion, she was also obviously in the semi-final, because Carolina Marin is now in today's final. So we await the players onto centre stage. The reigning Olympic champion, the first to be introduced. The fans in front of me standing, giving her a standing ovation. Exactly 1 year ago in the final against Saina Nehwal, she ruptured an anterior cruciate ligament, underwent surgery on the 29th of January a year ago. Since her comeback, she has won 3 titles, and she has played 8 of the top 10 women's singles players in the world, and she's beaten 7 of them. The only one she hasn't beaten is the current world #1, Chen Yufei. What a comeback from exactly 1 year ago. Her opponent in the final won the first ever Indonesia Masters, Ratchanok INTANON, in 2010. Became the youngest ever finalist and winner at a Grand Prix Gold event when she was aged 15 years, 8 months and 12 days. 10 years on, here she is in the final once more. This, an 8th Super 500 tournament final in only her 9th World Tour tournament final. This, as you can see, will be an 11th meeting between these 2 players. And of the previous 10, Ratchanok INTANON has the advantage, but the last time they met was the quarter-final of the French Super 750 last year. An hour and 14 minutes it was in Paris for Carolina Marin to win 21-14 in the deciding game. This is actually only the 2nd meeting in a final. The first final was a little over a year ago.
Thank you very much, sir.
Or perhaps it was exactly a year ago, the Malaysian Masters final, when Ratchanok INTANON won 21-9, 22-20. But it is the first ever meeting in Indonesia and in this famous Istora Senayan. 26 years of age, the Olympic champion, former world #1. She spent a total of 66 weeks at the top of the world rankings, making her 3rd consecutive appearance at this tournament. Beaten in the final a year ago and I use inverted commas for beaten, because she was leading 10-4 against Saina Nehwal when that horrific injury happened. All of her matches this year in 2 straight games, against Jindapon in the first round, against the 2017 world champion Nozomi Okuhara in the second round, quarter-final against the number 8 seed Eun Si-young, the player that beat her in the final of the French Open, and in the semi-final beat the winner of this title 5 years ago, He Bingjiao of China. What a set of results this year. So to her opponent, Ratchanok INTANON, currently number 5 in the world ranking, but she too a former world number 1, making a 5th appearance at this particular tournament. And she becomes today only the 2nd women's singles player to contest 2 finals here at the Indonesia Masters. Of course, the other was Saina Nehwal, who was in the final for the past 2 years, but as I was saying, as defending champion, lost in the first round this year. She has beaten Cha Yen in the first round, and then the 2016 winner Busanan Ongbang-Orangpan had to come from 14-20 down in that second game before winning it 22-20. Then beat Michelle Lee, the Pan Am Games gold medalist, in the quarterfinal, and the semi-final beat the teenager Wang Shi-yi from China. Saved a game point in that second game at 20-21 before winning it 23-21. Huayana from Indonesia as our umpire for this one. Our service judge also from Indonesia, Reventus Pongo. Well, Carolina Marin, I'm pretty certain, knowing her coach and not knowing Carolina terribly well, but I've had long conversations with Fernando Rivas, her coach. She will have approached this tournament as just another tournament, just another match. But I can't help but think there must have been some demons in the mind when she came here to the very stadium, the very court where she suffered that career-threatening injury. Her comeback since surgery has been nothing short of miraculous.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Carolina Marin, Spain. And on my left, Ratchanok INTANON, Thailand. Ratchanok INTANON to serve. Lobo. Play.
So the women's singles final here at the Daihatsu Indonesia Masters gets underway, and that's an ominous start for Ratchanok INTANON. Service error, serving out wide to the round-the-head position of Marin, and the shuttle going with the drift. Now, obviously, Steen, you and I have been talking on commentary all week about the drift and how it affects players, so the choice of ends, absolutely crucial, I would have thought, with the toss of the coin.
Yeah, it was MARIN who won the coin toss and elected to start on this near side of the court, like she's done in the previous matches where she's won the coin toss. I had a chance to talk to one of the Danish coaches in Spain last week, Kim Nielsen, the former Danish women's singles coach, who's now working together with Anders Thompson the other day, and of course head coach Fernando Rivas, and he said that they had actually been focusing on this tour here, Malaysia, Indonesia, and next week Thailand Masters. So they had focused more than normally on this tour here.
That's gone wide. First ever meeting in Istora Stadium. Steen, do you think that's makes a difference. It
Yes.
makes it interesting in my mind.
Yes, I think it does. We both saw that Ratchanok is leading the head-to-head. That's mainly because she, or partly because she sort of made her entry to the world stage a little earlier than Marin. But she also beat Marin in last year's Malaysia Open final, which is also a windy stadium. And I think it gives Ratchanok a considerably bigger chance of winning this match that it's played here in Istora Senayan. Ratchanok's got the technical skills to cope with the drift, and she's stronger technically than Marin, no doubt about it. The question is whether it's enough. There's no doubt also in my mind that Marin is physically stronger, but Ratchanok is
physically stronger and faster, I would say.
Faster as well, but that only comes into play when she can attack or when she can play from a level position against Ratchanok. And Ratchanok's technical skills is helping her out of a lot of difficult situations where her defensive movement is not that strong in my opinion, but her technical deceptions and touch helps her out of those situations.
Oh, that's a perfect cross-court clear from Ratchanok INTANON.
Service over 4-0.
Played to the most dangerous corner, where it could be taken with lengthways and sideways drift. That was great control. Emphasises your points, Dean.
And I think this this first game is very decisive because Ratchanok is playing on the more difficult side, in my opinion, playing with the drift where she can't really push it to the back line of Marin. So if Ratchanok can win this first game, she stands a good chance, in my opinion. Little deception. It's gone wide. But the little deception from her forehand corner is hurting Marin, disrupting her footwork. It wasn't a good reply from Marin, but it was even worse, the clear from Ratchanok. So the thing is, can Marin withstand enough attacking shots from Ratchanok to force errors or weak replies? And that's not normally how we talk about Marin. That's about attacking and following up and scoring points and so on. But that's not necessarily how this game is going to be because of Ratchanok's excellent technical skills.
We should, however, point out that Carolina Marin has had success in this very stadium. She won the World Championships here in 2015, didn't she?
She did.
Marin.
And she is highly motivated.
Yeah. I can't believe that they have a public address in the middle of a rally. We've only got one court in action. What on earth?
Probably against flashlights, but we should also have a public announcement against public announcements while play is going on.
Yeah.
Service over 7-6.
net block.
Yet again, the skills on display, the technical ability that you've been talking about, Steve. Look at that. Absolute perfection.
And MARIN knew it was coming, so she was there, so there was a lot of psychological pressure on Ratchanok.
That is over 8-7.
I think she should have left that one. Ratchanok. Oi.
Unbelievable rally. What skills. Brilliant. Fabulous defence initially from Ratchanok when she was under enormous pressure.
And it's over 8-4.
I was saying that this is her 8th Super 500 tournament final. It's interesting, Ratchanok's never been in a World Tour final above a 500 category.
No. They tend to be a bit softer in terms of attendance, the Super 500s. And
but as former world champion and former world #1, Ratchanok, you would think now we're in the 3rd year of the HSBC BWF World Tour that she may have been in a final of a 750 or.
Yeah, but I don't think she's sort of followed suit with the other players in terms of physicality. We can see that her attack is absolutely brilliant, but her stamina has often been below par, and her defensive skills. So in the tournaments where all the best players are entered, there's always someone who's in good shape.
Yeah.
And it shows, in my opinion, a lot when you think about Ratchanok's record against Chen Yufei, who is strong in defense, but overall is strong. So Ratchanok, I think, has only beaten her once or twice. It was in the Uber Cup on home soil, when she helped Thailand get to the first ever final in the Uber Cup.
Don't believe it. The touch at the net today by Ratchanok INTANON so far has been extraordinary.
So a win here in this tournament would count a lot, in my opinion, since we have all the best players except for Tai Ying, who's withdrawn ahead of the tournament.
Yes, and the player you were talking about, the world #1, Chen Yufei, who was beaten in the final of this event 5 years ago, lost in the very first round to Lina Kiersfeldt of Denmark. That was a great result for the Dane.
That is over 9.
It was, but it also emphasizes the difficulties in traveling. Just traveling from Kuala Lumpur, 2 hours flight from Jakarta. When we traveled, it took 8 hours from hotel to hotel. So it is
yes.
It is a stress factor, and traveling Monday, having to play already Wednesday here, that's not a whole lot of break after winning a tournament.
No, good point. Good rally again. Unbelievable. Missed it. So it is Ratchanok INTANON who has a 2-point advantage at the mid-game interval here in the opening game. What a superb start to this women's singles final. Both players playing well.
20 seconds.
And Rivas. And Scooch. I suspect, like me, you couldn't hear any of that coaching going on, Steve.
I couldn't hear it. I don't speak Spanish. I can only recognize a few words.
Yeah. Well, that would have given us more of a clue than I could have given, because I don't speak any Spanish.
But from the body language of MARIN, she's not feeling absolutely great. I think she should put much more pressure on. We see it here, so it's easy for me to say. I think she should put much more pressure on Ratchanok INTANON.
Yeah.
Because she needs to take these deceptions away from Ratchanok's game, and she's got the chance on this side of the court where she's playing now. It's going to be much more difficult for her in the next game. So a lot of pressure on the forehand side of Ratchanok. The problem is that Ratchanok is, of course, alert to that, so she's going to cover her forehand and can play some fierce cross-court shots from there. So there's got to be lots of variation, but pace and pressure is needed.
Oh, that's a super angle.
And when Ratchanok is in good position, in balance, I don't see anyone, perhaps Tai Tzu Ying, who's challenging for best shot maker in women's singles.
Yeah, I concur with that.
And you can see it's Ratchanok dominating the rallies, even though she's playing with the drift. Oh, body deception.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about commanding the rally. She had Carolina Marin going in the wrong direction at least a couple of times in that rally.
So from MARIN's perspective, she has to put so much pressure on, exactly so much pressure, so she's still in balance, because she needs to put a second amount of pressure on as well, because the first one, Ratchanok will definitely get that back. She's got technical skills to do it. Not that one though, but she has to count on Ratchanok getting her first line of attack back, and then follow up and get Ratchanok out of balance.
You did it.
Now, what was all that about?
Perhaps flicking sweat. And of course, for Ratchanok, it's just about continuing to play all these small little deceptions and playing one good shot after another from a balanced position.
Oh,
she cannot afford to make too many of those.
No.
Because I think it's going to be really close. I think actually the scoreline from Malaysia last year told us a lot. It was 21-9, 22-20. So on one side of the court, Ratchanok was dominant, and on the other side, it was really close. I think this is the one that's really close.
Brilliant.
And it's too high, the clear. It gives Ratchanok too much time, and immediately punishes MARIN with a fantastic cross smash.
Well, I'm a little concerned that MARIN may have hurt her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Landed on the knuckles, I think.
Well, it could be a milestone in Carolina Marin's badminton career today, because she's looking to win a 30th career singles title. She's certainly got her fans here in Indonesia, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Play.
Yeah, you could see the amount of drift.
15,
That lift started well inside the sideline. Well, by the time it landed, well outside. Oh, that's just, it's landed in. I was going to say that's just long, but she's not challenging, so she must know that it landed in.
I actually think it was way in. I don't think it had contact with the line.
Oh, you're right, it was inside the line. That's once again emphasising your point about the control with her racket skills that this lady has.
Yeah. Sort of program yourself to the amount of pace you're putting into the shuttle on this near side. On the other side, she needs to put more power in it. And that's hard for a lot of players. Oi, that's a fantastic defense.
She's wanting to see the doctor about her hand.
Yeah.
Carolina Marin. Well, this would be quite heartbreaking if she wasn't able to continue. Let's hope that she just has some cold spray. Deputy referee Jeff Bell from Canada also in attendance on the court, but that is the tournament doctor.
That's a bit, because I thought it was just a knuckle, but it seems like it's the wrist.
Yeah, I was very concerned at the time, I have to say, Steve. Well, it would be totally tragic if for a second year running in the final here at the Indonesia Masters she had to retire injured. This was the incident. Yes, it went right over. Did you see that? The hand went right over. Oh, we saw it better from the previous angle. Well, that is a huge concern to me, Steve. Well, she's going to try and play on. That's great for the fans.
MARIN, are you okay? 17-12. Play. That is over. 13-17.
great placement of the smash.
14, 17.
Committed to the forehand defence, aimed towards, I think, her left knee.
I'm going to buy 2 boxes of that cool spray there from the tournament doctor before we leave.
Yeah, magic spray. Got deflected by the net cord.
Service over. 18-14.
She even guessed the right side as to which side the smash was coming, but it was sheer acute angle and placement from Marin that did the damage. Take a look at this. Look at Ratchanok. She was waiting for the smash down that side.
Service over. 15-18. Thank you.
The previous rally with the deflected flat push to Ratchanok's backhand side that went wide, that could be one of the most decisive rallies of this first game, I think.
Well judged.
Called in.
Well, she's going to challenge because she was celebrating that she believed it was wrong, but the line judge called it in. And the first time that we've used Hawkeye on finals day. Here we go. Great challenge. It was just long.
If you're Marin now, you want to overcover the front court because after such a mistake, most players are a little bit hesitant to go for the back court again. So overcover the front court and make Ratchanok work.
Yeah, perfect. There's just 1 point in it now.
17, 18.
Yeah, Spanish fans in the stadium. Yeah. Held up enough. Oh, I thought that one may have been going wide. What a good run. Oh, the body smash. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Fantastic rally.
Badminton of the very highest quality. All 38 shots of that rally. Look at that control from Ratchanok. Hitting with the drift and plays it just inside the back line. So a 2-point advantage and 2 points away from the opening game for the former champion here at the Indonesia Masters, Ratchanok INTANON.
She was asked to step up in that rally and she did it. Best rally of the match in my opinion.
Slightly tentative on the net shot there from the Olympic champion. It's 3 game point opportunities to Ratchanok INTANON. Good serve.
It's gone long.
That's gone long.
Service over. 18-20.
So one game point is coming on. Another 2 remain
Play.
for Ratchanok. Well, I can tell you that somebody using a flashlight right behind the court at low level, Carolina MARIN telling the umpire about it immediately after the rally. It is amazing that she was able to keep her concentration.
Maybe she wanted to look good on the picture.
Yeah, the public address once again saying do not use flash cameras, especially when it's video and the flash remains on.
And they could say, you there in the red shirt with the hat on, don't use flashlight.
Yeah, all the fans know who it was. So, 2 game points have come and gone. Just 1 more remains now for Ratchanok INTANON. That's gone wide. 3rd time she converts. 3rd opportunity. And Ratchanok INTANON closes out the opening game 21-19. What a fabulous opening game in this women's singles final. That's perfection, just inside the sideline. Not far off half an hour for the opening game. Fernando Rivas a little concerned. Marin's coach, who's been so instrumental in the development of her whole career, but I think the whole team in Spain needs credit for her comeback, not only physically but mentally as well.
Level. Play. One love.
Was it in 2015 Ratchanok won the Indonesia Open?
No,
Service over. 1-0.
As I remember, I held her as one of the favorites to win the World Championship back in 2015.
It was 2015. I do apologise, Dean. It was 2015.
And that was the World Championship where she was carted off the court in the third round against Linda Fenetri, an Indonesian.
With cramp.
Yeah.
Service
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, I remember that.
2-1.
He's going wide.
One of the things that should bring some comfort to Fernando Rivas and Carolina Marin here in this second game, where she's playing with the drift, is the sideways drift. There's not a whole lot of sideways drift in Ashata Arena in Kuala Lumpur. So the sideways drift gives Marin somewhat of a safe corner in the backhand of Ratchanok INTANON, and that could be a lifeline for the Olympic champion. Otherwise it would be very, very difficult to play the backcourt with any pressure. Now she has a chance of playing the backhand corner of Ratchanok with pressure.
Yeah. The key, taking the shuttle early at the net.
And of course Marin's attack, if she is capable of getting the attack, it's a little bit more stingy from the far side, getting help from the drift alongside the court.
Service over. 3-4.
She's ready for the backhand corner herself, Marin there, but miss hit. I'll take it back. She was almost ready, not enough.
Yeah, slightly off balance.
Yeah.
Service over. 5-4.
Not quite got the touch in this second game at the moment, Ratchanok, that she showed at the nets in the first game.
No, that's what's so difficult. Now she's got to give it a little bit more than before, where she had to hold back a little bit from perhaps her average touch at the net.
That's gone wide.
Wow.
It's a gift.
6-5. Service over. 6-4.
deception on the service return.
Service over.
But it's definitely the Spaniard who's getting to the net first and controlling the net area in this second game. Contrast to the opening game.
Yeah. I wonder if it's because the players playing the far side of the court are aware that if they don't control the net, then all is lost, most likely, because you have to lift to a difficult back line. So you're a little bit more uncompromising.
It's amazing. Well, I didn't think she'd get to the shuttle about 3 shots earlier. That's terrific defence.
There's dives like that can potentially earn MARIN a couple of it normally goes down as unforced errors, but mentally forced errors if Ratchanok starts going too close to the line. I just think that she's been at top level so long, Ratchanok. She's been consistent in her playing style. I think she knows that she's got to maintain the same mark, and it's only when she plays players that are even stronger in the defense that they can sort of provoke physical or psychological errors from the former world champion from Thailand.
Lost the touch at the net. It's interesting, Steen, since the very first serve of the match, which was from Ratchanok, and it was a high serve that was an error, it was out wide.
Yeah.
I think Ratchanok has only served backhand.
Yeah.
Service over. 8, 9.
Ratchanok not satisfied with MARIN pushing the shuttle to the sideline after Ratchanok won that net exchange.
Especially as the Ratchanok appeared to be wanting to pick up the shuttle herself. That's a super smash. Across the body towards the right hip of Intanon.
10, 8.
Too short. Too short the lift from Intanon.
And it means that Carolina Marin, 40 minutes into the match, has a 3-point advantage here in the second game. 11-8 the scoreline. Oh, the match clock just ticks over. 41 minutes.
Already there. 11-8. Play.
This is a tricky situation for Ratchanok because she's got to get the correct length on her shot to Marin's back line. But if she pushes it too long and search for the right length, then she's going to give points to Marin. And I think Marin is 3 points away from getting self-confidence or getting extra self-confidence, so to speak.
That was a terrific backhand goal.
She was so good yesterday in the match against, was it Wang Ji, killing those opportunities she got in the backhand. Really, really difficult shot, but of course, who else should be able to do it if not Intanon? But outside the picture, let's see if we get it here. See, yeah, that lifted leg there, and the demeanors after that match was, after that rally was a little like, I feel that, okay, she would like to win this match, Ratchanok. But Marin, she really, really wants to win this match.
Yeah.
And that means that it's now that Ratchanok should sort of stay in it in this second game, because otherwise it could be difficult for her. Stays in.
Yeah, came back in.
13-9.
Brilliant. Oh, well, she's challenging this. Ratchanok, I saw that as in.
I didn't really, I'm glad I shouldn't call that. It was one of the shots that seemed to slide close to the back line.
Here we go. What does Hawkeye say? Caught the line. Yeah, good call, line judge.
Challenge unsuccessful, 1 challenge remaining.
So 5-point advantage now for Carolina Marin.
9. Play.
Deception.
Oh, my goodness me. Oh, what on earth was Ratchanok thinking?
9.
That was way in. She could have played it.
Yeah, but from a defensive position.
That's good. Oh. Yeah, that's well played.
That is over. 10-15.
Yeah, I thought that one may have been drifting wide.
That is over. 16-11.
Yeah. Gosh, she was quick back to the round the head position, and that's the area of the courts which her injury suggests should be the most vulnerable. But quite frankly, who would guess that she's ever been injured, such as the quality of her movement. looks almost certain that we will be treated to a third and deciding game.
Ratchanok has not been aware of her long backhand corner in this second game. There's been many points won by MARIN by using that backhand corner.
Two points away from the second game. A whole host of game point opportunities for Carolina Marin. Overdone it, and on a run of 6 straight points, the Olympic champion Carolina Marin closes out the second game 21-11. Well, that is impressive from Marin. And 49 minutes into the match, it's one game apiece.
Está controlando bien la corriente, pero tú tienes que tener más control de la red, ¿vale? ¿Cómo? Tú no quieres volantes lentos, tú quieres volantes más tensos, tienes que jugar un poco más profundo, en todas las posiciones, y sobre todo utilizar, está fallando mucho, utilizar ahora su derecha desde todos los sitios, ¿vale? Sobre todo cuando tú juegas, oriéntalo a su derecha para que ella golpee, saca profundo a su derecha, desde todo, desde par y desde impar, ¿vale? Y has visto cómo va lo del remate más alto al cuerpo. Pues manténlo, pero utiliza variedad también, ¿vale? No sea siempre paralelo si no estás corriendo, ¿vale? Sobre todo, ahora sabes lo que quiero ver. ¿Tú has visto cuando, a ver, la plaza de toro, en la puerta de Tijuana sale el pobre toro? Eso es lo que quiero. Eso es lo que ella no quiere, ¿vale?
20 seconds.
Well, exactly a year ago, Carolina Marin was playing in her 40th career final when that horrific injury happened to her right knee. A year on, and she's one game away from her 30th career title. Oh, that's well taken by Ratchanok INTANON.
She's been fantastic in those kills in this tournament. Backhand kills, they're not easy. This is the next 5-6 rallies are extremely important for Ratchanok because she's got to bounce back now if she wants to be in this match. I'm actually certain that she can do that. But will she do it quickly enough? The problem for her is that she's got MARIN started, so it will be important if she can dominate this beginning of the third game.
Yeah.
I think Fernanda Rivas said something about the front court, and there was also something about the right side of the court, the right-hand side. But what particular it was, I couldn't tell. See the way that Ratchanok comes up to that shot there. That is okay. But then this is more a defensive movement, and the legs just don't hold up. They don't hold up in the defensive movement. And that's where, for instance, Chen Fei is able to play with such accuracies that she forces Ratchanok in more and more of these situations.
Service over. 3-1. Play.
It's a little bit edgy at the start of this deciding game, isn't it?
Service over.
That's understandable.
3.
Yeah. But good flat service return, not leaving too many options for Ratchanok other than playing with pace. Could have perhaps tried a really short cross drop, playing with the sideways drift. Again. The lunges, she's not strong enough, Ratchanok INTANON. Loses the upper body, and that makes it difficult to play quality shots from a defensive position.
Service over. 4-3.
She was absolutely waiting for that push down her forehand side, was Ratchanok.
3.
This one.
MARIN's got to variate and push it just outside the left shoulder of Ratchanok INTANON, and of course not go all the way to the other backhand corner, because that's too dangerous, but make Ratchanok cover the other part of her body as well, so she can't wait with her lethal forehand.
Oh my goodness.
Big miss from MARIN.
Yeah, that could be costly.
You could. That's the opportunities that you almost have to take from the near side of the court here.
Yeah, and that was halfway down the net.
So far, a good start for Ratchanok. I think she wants to build even more on her lead before change of ends.
Simply taking it too low, too late at the net, Ratchanok INTANON. But a big part of that is because Carolina Marin is now, look how she's lunging forward and racket arm outstretched to take it as early as possible. And that puts pressure on opponents. Good movement back to the deep forehand side from the left-hander. That's a lovely shot.
Oh, stayed in.
Well, the line judge has called it out. MARIN is challenging. She challenged in the opening game and was proved right. And obviously, by your reaction there, Steve.
Don't trust my reaction.
Let's trust Hawkeye.
It was out. Good call by the line judge.
Yeah, very good call.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining. Service over. 7-5. Play.
Yeah. Clever smash.
Service over.
Because she went straight down the line?
Yes.
7.
Good marking, but in the sideways drift side, so to speak. So very difficult to control it from Ratchanok. I think 11-8 from Ratchanok gives both players a 50-50 chance after the change of ends. Better than 11-8. She's the favorite. Worse, MARIN is the favorite. Excellent chop.
Overdone it.
No.
She had a golden opportunity. The lift from MARIN was woefully short.
7.
And Ratchanok INTANON. Oh, she could have smashed just about anywhere. In likelihood, she would have won the point. Going for the disguised drop shot. And makes the error.
Thank you.
That could be extremely costly. Doesn't seem entirely comfortable with her bracelets there. I think she took one off earlier on.
Yeah, MARIN.
Yeah, MARIN.
Play.
I'm not sure whether it's some kind of medical bracelet or what it is. Sometimes she plays with some marks on her right hand. Black spots.
Oh, that's the sort of net shot that Ratchanok INTANON was hitting in the opening game. But what a difference. She took that one early. She took it high. Watch this one. Look where she takes that. Much better. And again, took the net shot early. Yeah.
It's a matter of pressure on that forehand corner. The first two shots from MARIN were good enough, and then suddenly Ratchanok forced MARIN to play with more height on the shuttle. And then she takes over immediately.
Thank you.
Good shot.
That's fabulous angle. What smooth, lovely movement around the head position from the Thai player. Well, it's 11-7 in favour of Ratchanok INTANON, which, given your theory a moment ago, Steen, makes Ratchanok INTANON a slight favourite in this deciding game.
Tienes que usar las condiciones, las tienes que usar. El otro día la estabas usando perfectamente. No puedes estar continuamente haciendo el mismo ataque, si no entra, ¿vale? No sé. Juega un poco más profundo. Si quieres el ataque rectificado, vale, juega a su derecha. Pero si no, vas a tener que jugar para que ellos también cometan errores. Pero tienes que ir mucho más profundo el volante, en las recepciones, en los saques, en los bloqueos, todo, ¿vale? Intenta, por favor, variar el ataque. Si no, estamos continuamente yendo de atrás hacia adelante.
Able to pick up any meaningful tactics there, Steen?
No, there was something about the right side again, and also something about the front court, but I wasn't able to pick up the context. It was 4 quick points for Ratchanok INTANON, and that means that the first 2-3 rallies here are really, really important.
Yeah.
Because if Ratchanok is able to get it to, for instance, 13-7, 14-8, then she can see the goal line.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's another quick point for Ratchanok INTANON from the left-hander.
And a much more clever lift to give the shuttle height.
Well, that really was a must-win rally from MARIN that she delivered. Oh, it's landed way in. Total misjudgment from the Olympic champion.
This is where I think the scoreline somehow is in the back of her mind. I mean, why would you leave it? It's the slowest corner of the court. You would leave it because you so much wanted a point, an easy one. Well played.
As well judged, has gone long of the back line, and the advantage is extended to 6 points now for the number 4 seed, INTANON.
She's playing a better net game here in the second part of the third than she did in the second game. Ratchanok.
Forced to take it late on that occasion, though. Look at MARIN. Now she was stepping forward, racket arm outstretched once again to take that net shot early. Well, the Spaniard desperately needs a little run of points right now. Put psychological pressure on her opponent. Yeah.
Well, Ratchanok, she's really got to earn her own attacking shots. I don't think MARIN is going to lift willingly if she can avoid it.
Just wide.
Service over, 15-10. 1-6.
So MARIN, she's played it wide, she's played it long, she's left one in her own back line. And I can't remember the last point that Ratchanok has scored, but it's going to be close.
Brilliant. What a return of serve. Tight spinning net shot played to perfection.
11-15.
There was slight hesitation on the attempted kill there from Ratchanok. We've been pointing out earlier, Steen, that she'd been so good on the backhand side with her kills.
And I remember the last point she scored on this side. That was MARIN on a high lift who put it in the net. So she hasn't scored a point herself actively. Ratchanok INTANON on this side of the court here in the third game. She's got to score. She's got to be a little bit dangerous.
And look how eager MARIN is to pick up the shuttle. She's got her strut back.
She has. Now she feels that, okay, now I have the plan again.
Yeah.
And that's what Ratchanok's got to counter, and she's got to do it now. She cannot just wait and hope MARIN loses this for her.
Right.
First thing is play a good service return.
It was the wrong choice of shot from Carolina MARIN. The attempted cross-court net shot absolutely playing into the hands of Ratchanok INTANON. And that's beautifully taken by the Thai player. Look at that little brush controlling the shuttle.
It's a fantastic reaction, and she must have had that somewhere in the back of her mind, that she's seen MARIN do these cross shots. Oh, that was too short.
Yeah, I thought so too. Advantage and 4 points away from a second title here for the number 4 seed at Ratchanok INTANON.
It could very well be the 2 point that she needed, those two from 15 to 17 to maintain that 4 point cushion.
Yeah.
Keeping a lot of psychological pressure on MARIN.
started it awfully well with the attempted cross-court net shots. Ratchanok, given the shuttle had been deflected by the net cord. Look at that, bounced off the top of the tape. Makes the timing of the return shot extremely difficult.
Thank you.
What a great final this is.
I was just thinking the same. What a fantastic final. Thinking that we have not had a three-game match in the quarterfinals or the semifinals. This has really been an exciting match.
Play.
Fabulous. What courage as well. You're hitting with the direction of the sideways drift and to find the line.
It's courage when it hits the line. It's the opposite when it's out. Then it's why don't you play it in the safe side? But you've got to go for that. Sometimes you cannot rely on MARIN making 4 mistakes in the rest of the match. You've got to create your own luck.
Absolutely. And I often think that sport is about being able to play the big shots on the big points. And that was a big point.
Great placement.
15-18.
This is by no means a done deal yet. Either players for the taking. Millimeters away, but you could sense the concentration and the tension on court in that rally. Both players so acutely aware of how important that point was.
That's the small margins.
Yeah.
If it's over, it's 19-15. But a courageous clear from MARIN as well to the forehand side of Ratchanok in that rally.
Play.
It's landed in.
Oh, it's called out.
This one has landed in.
It has definitely landed in our opinion. But our opinions matter not. What matters is what Hawkeye says. But surely that was in. Here we go. Clearly in. Good challenge by Ratchanok INTANON. Thank goodness for Hawkeye. That would have been a travesty had that call stood. 2 points away from becoming the first women's singles player ever to win 2 titles at the Indonesia Masters.
Great backward.
Good counter-attack. 17, 19. It was the terrific net shot from Ratchanok INTANON, where he found her touch at the net and the short lift from the Olympic champion. Got what it deserved. Look, she's barely half court as she played that winning smash. It is now 3 match point opportunities. The Thai supporters are already celebrating. Championship points.
Well, she's got 3 chances at the net, Ratchanok INTANON. Only one of them has to hit. First one down, though.
What tension.
There it was.
Yeah, and on her second match point opportunity, Ratchanok INTANON wins her second title here. First women's singles player ever to win 2 titles at the Indonesia Masters. It was a terrific final. 21-18 in the deciding game. Well, she created history the first time she won this title, because she became the youngest ever finalist and champion at what was then called a Grand Prix Gold event. She won it 10 years ago as a 15-year-old. The tournament was staged later in the year than it is now. Now it is elevated the status to a Super 500 event. It's staged in January. So she's 24 years of age now as she wins her second title. But let's spare a thought for Carolina Marin. My goodness me, she must have come here with some demons in her mind, having suffered that horrific anterior cruciate ligament injury a year ago, after which she had to undergo major surgery. But she has fought a brave battle today, and what a fascinating, intriguing women's singles final. Let's hear what our champion has to say.
2020, Ratchanok INTANON, Thailand. Ratchanok, in 2018, you managed to go to semi-final of the Hatsume Indonesia Master. Now, in 2020, you come to Jakarta with style. You managed to grab a trophy. You managed to grab a trophy and become a champion. Any word about it?
The first thing I want to thank you to all of your fans and terima kasih for support me and another player is amazing, and I always enjoy to play in here.
Intanon mengucapkan terima kasih untuk semua yang mensupport Intanon yang ada di Istora ini sehingga bisa menjadi juara. Once again, a big applause to Intanon, Ratchanok INTANON, the champion of women's single Daihatsu Indonesia Master 2020.
Well, all the world's elite badminton players echo the sentiment of how wonderful it is to play here in Indonesia, and especially in Istora Senayan. Confirmation of the scoreline: 21-19, 11-21, 21-18 in the deciding game in a match lasting an hour and 20 minutes. Steen, that was pretty special. What a match, what a women's singles, what a demonstration and a really advertisement for women's singles.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, no matter which of the two players won the tournament, that would have been a great story. Excellent to see Ratchanok on top of the podium again.
Yes, for Ratchanok INTANON, a 21st career title and a 4th Super 500 title. But what a brave, brave battle by Carolina Marin. But a huge congratulations to Ratchanok INTANON. 6 finals last year, 2 titles, the Malaysian Masters and the Indian Open. And what a great start now for Ratchanok in 2020. Well, for Carolina Marin, a semi-final last week, a final this week. And if there's to be a progression of improvement over the 3 weeks of World Tour events, of course the tour moves on to the Thailand Masters next week, then perhaps she might even be champion in a week's time. Who knows? Well, a little bit of emotion, I think, from Carolina Marin. As Steen was saying, her desire, her passion to win this event after what happened a year ago was very clear to see. She's fallen 1 win shy of achieving that goal, but she has done herself proud today in a fabulous final. Well, as they pose for the photographers, we can all look forward to the next final of the day. Let's hope it's half as good as that women's singles, because if it is, we're in for a real treat. It's an all-Indonesian men's doubles. It's the world #1s, Gideon and Sukamuljo, the 2-time defending champions, going for a 3rd consecutive title here, up against Ahsan and Setiawan, the reigning and 3-time world champions, in a repeat of last year's final.